What are the first things to pop up in the garden? The weeds. You see, the weeds are lies, they're deception. You see the evidence of the growth, but they're never gonna produce any fruit. Jesus said, abide in me and I abide in you, and you will produce much fruit. Outside of me, you can't do nothing. How much of our life do we go about not abiding in the Lord, but because we're pursuing things that we see evidence of growth, we see the weeds popping up in the garden, we see that they're growing, and so we wanna tend to those things, we wanna water those things, we wanna give our attention to those things, whether that be the job or the money or the relationship or the next outfit or whatever thing in the world it may be that you think is going to produce fruit in your life, that you think is going to cater to the desires of your heart. You give all of your attention, you give all your resources to these things because you see the evidence of the growth, but they're never going to produce any fruit. They're never going to give you no nutrition, no nutrition for your soul. They're never going to satisfy you. It's a weed. And every day, family, you're given a measure. It says one man plants, one man waters, but only God gives the increase. And if you're giving all of your resources to the weeds that you see growing in the garden just because you can see them growing, but you're not abiding in Jesus, the one who says you will produce fruit in me, outside of me, you can't do nothing. Now say this, man. I never knew how much nothing was coming from my life until something started producing from it. The enemy will have them weeds sprout up and say, look, this is what you need. This is growing. That Jesus stuff, it ain't even growing. There's nothing going on over there. Why are you giving your attention to that? You see, it's a process. You plant the apple tree, it doesn't produce fruit overnight. And to know what the weeds are in your garden, family, you gotta be close to the Lord. He will give you discernment to show you that this is not what I have for you. This is not going to serve you. Matter of fact, this was sent to kill, steal, and destroy from you. This was sent to rob the nutrients and necessities and resources that I have in place for the tree of life that I seek to grow in your garden. God will give you that discernment. And every day that you wake up and you pour in, you pour into God, you pour into Jesus, you pour in, you seek and find. You ask and receive, you knock so that it can be opened up into you. Those are action words, family. When you abide in the Lord and He abides in you, you produce much fruit. It's a process. You pull the weeds out, make room for God's will to grow. And when it begins to produce fruit, one tree will give you more than a field full of weeds will ever give you. Life, and life more abundantly. Life to receive and life to share. Test and see that His promises are true.